Power is not gifted, it's not inherited, and it's not reserved for the loudest or most talented. According to Niccolò Machiavelli, the man who decoded how influence, fear, and control actually work. Power is built through ruthless self-cultivation, not through luck, not through charm, but through habits so sharp they cut through distraction, mediocrity, and weakness like a blade. In The Prince, Machiavelli outlined how rulers rise, stay on top, and make others bend without raising a sword. He didn't speak about mourning, routines, or hustle culture. He spoke about patterns, subconscious rituals that shape a man into something others must obey. This isn't about productivity, it's about transformation. So if you want to stop living under the thumb of louder men, stop being ignored in rooms where you should be feared, and stop giving your energy to people who drain you, you start here by installing the Machiavellian habits of the powerful. Habit 1. Control your face before you try to control the room. Powerful people know the face is the first battlefield. Machiavelli warned that unpredictability in emotion gives enemies leverage. If they can read your face, they can read your mind. And once they can read your mind, they can bend it. So the first habit is to master emotional neutrality. This means no fidgeting, no wide eyes, no quick expressions, no facial tics that ask if you've offended someone, and no explaining with your face what you won't say with your mouth. The room watches you more than it hears you. So when someone insults you, don't blink. When you receive praise, don't soften. When chaos breaks, don't show a crack. Every powerful person carries the same trait. Their face gives nothing away, and that silence becomes magnetic. People fear what they can't decode, and they obey what they fear. Habit 2. Think in terms of leverage, not effort. The average man asks, how hard do I need to work to succeed? The powerful man asks, what lever must I pull to make 10 others work for me? Machiavelli taught that rulers should never try to do everything themselves. Instead, they must identify pressure points, relationships, strategies, moments that cause a ripple effect of dominance. This habit turns you from a worker into an architect. Don't aim to be productive. Build systems that produce for you. Don't chase validation. Create positioning that attracts it automatically. Don't argue to win. Frame the conversation so you never have to. Powerful people look for multipliers. They don't move mountains. They find the 10 hinges that make mountains shift. So, every day ask, what is the one action I can take that makes everything else either irrelevant or effortless? Do that and only that. Habit 3. Say less. Look more. Control most. In The Prince, Machiavelli stressed that those who talk too much reveal too much. The man who is always speaking loses power in every word. Powerful people speak only when it matters. And even then, what they say feels deliberate, measured, and hard to challenge. The habit is to cut your sentences in half. Remove qualifiers, like I think, just, and kind of. Don't rush to fill silence. Use it when you speak. Make it land, not float. And even, more importantly, observe relentlessly. The person who speaks the least sees the most. Let others expose their fears, wants, and weaknesses while you store information like a spy. Your silence should not come from fear. It should come from calculation. In a world addicted to noise, the quiet man controls the tempo. Habit 4. Be feared for what you might do, not what you've already done. Machiavelli knew reputation is more powerful than action. Fear doesn't come from your resume. It comes from the unknown. So the powerful install one habit that makes people freeze before testing them. Strategic unpredictability. Don't show all your skills. Don't always respond. Don't correct every lie told about you. Sometimes let people wonder. Let them whisper what would happen if he really got serious. What if she's holding back? I don't want to find out. What he'd do if pushed. Fear is not created by rage. It's created by mystery. So cultivate it. Never be too obvious, never be too available, and just never let people predict your moves. The unknown version of you is always more powerful than the visible one. Habit 5. Make yourself hard to reach and impossible to replace. Machiavelli advised that the prince should appear accessible, but never truly be so. Familiarity breeds contempt. The more people can touch you, see you, and drain you, the less they respect you. So the powerful lie build two shields, scarcity and irreplaceability. They are not available for every meeting. They don't reply immediately. They aren't found where everyone else gathers. They don't let people speak to them just because they want to. They also master one skill no one else can duplicate. They occupy a role so sharp that people depend on their presence. When you're both scarce and critical, you become untouchable. People stop testing you. They start protecting their connection to you. Habit 6. Keep allies close, but always maintain the other upper hand. Powerful people do not walk alone, but unlike the weak, they don't build alliances based on emotion. Machiavelli made it clear. Alliances are useful, not sacred. And the habit of the powerful is this. Build connections that benefit you and stay ready to break them when they don't. This doesn't mean being fake. It means being detached enough to never get manipulated by friendship. Praise in public. Observe in silence. Cut in private. Give just enough so they think they're close, but not enough to actually touch your core. Always be the one with less emotional dependence. If your connection becomes a leash, you've already lost. The powerful man never leans too hard. He uses others, but only when he's still in control of the game. If the first part gave you the foundation of power, then this is where the transformation begins. Because once you've hardened your face, sharpened your words, and raised the cost of your presence, what's left is calibration. The ability to remain lethal without ever being chaotic, strategic without being stiff, dominant without ever needing to prove it. Machiavelli knew that real power isn't loud, it's layered. It doesn't shout for attention. It warps the entire environment around it. And these next habits are what separate the temporarily feared from the untouchably respected. Habit 7. Anticipate betrayal before loyalty is broken. Machiavelli warned that the prince should assume betrayal is inevitable, not because people are evil, but because circumstance makes them selfish. A Washington friend today is a threat tomorrow. A loyal subject today is a rival when ambition grows. A business partner now may be a parasite later, so the powerful develop one quiet, deadly habit. They scan for signs before damage occurs. A subtle shift in tone, a delayed reply, a new alliance being formed without mention, a favor returned with excuses. They don't overreact, they log it, they prepare, they build alternatives. And when betrayal finally shows itself, they're already gone, already reinforced, or already ready to destroy. This doesn't make you paranoid. It makes you politically immortal, because the man who prepares for the knife before it's drawn never bleeds. Habit 8. React slowly. Strike decisively. The weak react quickly and often. Their emotions boil fast. Their decisions are sloppy. Their presence is full of noise and friction. Machiavelli taught the opposite. Men must either be caressed or annihilated. The translation is to never strike in between. Never strike. impulsively and never strike with doubt. The powerful train two mental patterns. They delay their reaction and then strike with finality. When insulted, they pause. When surprised, they go. Still, when accused, they let silence hang. Then one response, one consequence, one clean move. No drama, no debate, no repair. They let others bleed energy in constant movement while they build pressure in stillness. Then, when the time comes, they drop the hammer. Clean, cold, irreversible. That's why their presence builds fear, because no one knows when they are lacked. Only that when they do, it ends things. Habit 9, control the frame, even in silence. Machiavelli's genius was understanding that power isn't about dominating the room. It's about controlling the context. You don't need to win the argument. You just need to define what the argument even means. The Dinah's powerful walk into a meeting with the outcome already preceded. They define roles before others speak. They deflect traps, not with resistance, but with redirection, saying things like, "That's not the real issue here." Even when silent, their body language frames hierarchy. Their eye contact is unshaken. Their pace is slower than the room. Their silence feels like a dare. And when they speak in frames. The smart move here is, let's not waste time blaming. Let's talk about what gets results. This isn't about you being wrong. It's about what's effective. They don't just communicate ideas. They create mental scaffolding that everyone else is forced to climb. Habit 10. Operate in shadows. Reward in public. Machiavelli warned that public praise is a political tool, not a personal expression. The powerful liar understand this. What people see builds loyalty. What people don't see builds power. Their decisions are made privately. Their alliances are forged in whispers. Their punishments are delivered silently, without theatrics. But their rewards are public. Why? It makes people desire their favor. It builds a myth of generosity. It creates hierarchy without resistance. The result is that people crave their approval and fear their absence, because every action, whether seen or unseen, is measured and purposeful. The powerful don't just build reputations, they build political atmospheres. Habit 11. Rebuild themselves constantly, but quietly. Here lies the deadliest habit of all. The weak become complacent. They reach a level, get applause, and rot in the comfort. But the powerful evolve ruthlessly, not in public, not with fanfare, not with New Year, New Me announcements. They change like assassins in silence, in systems, in shadows. They notice a flaw and correct it behind closed doors. They sharpen a new skill and reveal it only when it delivers a win. They change their mindset and never ask for praise. Their new competitors think they're predictable, but then a new version walks into the room, sharper, colder, unshakable, and no one saw it coming. Because power, to them, isn't about maintaining an image. It's about quietly killing the old self and replacing it with a weapon. So far, you've internalized the habits, practiced the posture, and understood the principles. But Machiavelli would now give you a darker truth. Fear, too, or true strength, is not just what you do. It's what you're willing to do when everyone else hesitates. Anyone can adopt habits when life is quiet. But what then when tested, when pressure mounts, betrayal strikes, and attention swarms, the weak fall back to comfort. The most powerful don't just maintain control, they tighten it. Now, we take it to the operational level. You will learn how to make these habits unbreakable, not momentary upgrades but permanent architecture. How to turn ritual into instinct, presence into policy, behavior into identity. This is where you stop trying to become powerful and start being it. The next step is to systemize the identity. So power becomes your default state. The most powerful don't wake up and try to act powerful. They've built systems that make it automatic. Machiavelli said the prince must prepare for war in times of peace, because once chaos begins, it's too late to train. The same applies to you. You don't wait until you're disrespected to practice being cold. You don't wait until you're tested to find your composure. You build habits that force your instincts to match your goals. Do this by scripting your default response to common violations like "I'll call you later" or "that's not acceptable" or simply silence. Practice it until it's your reflex. Build rituals that reinforce control, like morning stillness, evening review, and tactical solitude. Rehearse pressure by daily putting yourself in small discomfort such as cold showers, awkward silences, or confrontation without apology. This creates psychological muscle memory. Power is no longer something you perform. It's something your nervous system does without asking you. Next, maintain a mental war room. Review yourself like a spy. Every powerful figure Machiavelli admired had one thing in common: constant observation of others and of self. You must become your own intelligence agency daily. Ask that yourself, where did I tolerate weakness? Track your emotional lapses. Did someone change your tone or pull you into reactivity? Replay encounters. Who held the frame? Did your silence land? Did you speak when you should have waited? Weekly? Identify repeat offenders, both people and behaviors, that erode your edge. Audit who's around you, who reinforces power, who saps it monthly. Review your image. What do people think you are? What whispers are circling? Adjust your actions to amplify mystique, not familiarity. The goal is not to be perfect. It's to be calculated. What you measure, you master. What you ignore destroys you silently. Then make your time your fortress. No one enters uninvited. Machiavelli wrote that a wise prince must learn how not to be good, especially when it comes to generosity, with time and energy. The modern form of that ruthlessness means you don't give access, you license it. Every call is optional. Every meeting is expensive. Every reply is earned. Every minute is traded, not donated. You guard your calendar like a sovereign guards the Buddha palace. You don't ask if someone needs you. You ask, is this essential to my mission? And if not, they can wait or vanish. This doesn't make you rude. It makes you rare. And in a world of oversharers and energy leaks, rarity becomes power. You must also master the art of psychological distance. Be emotionally local, but politically distant. Weak people either suppress emotions or drown in them. The powerful do something else entirely. They observe emotion without being ruled by it. Machiavelli would tell you to feel what must be felt, but let no one ever see, for you governed by it. So you train this habit. Someone insults you, you feel it, but say nothing. Someone betrays you, you note it, but act only when it damages them, not just so you can react. You feel guilt, shame, anger, fine, but you give it no voice until it's useful. The dangerous man is not the one who feels nothing. It's the one who feels everything and still does what must be done. Your emotions are fire. You don't smother them, you weaponize them. Maintain a reputation you can hide behind. Machiavelli knew that once a prince has a reputation, he doesn't need to act as often because fear, respect, and awe precede him. They do the work for him. That's your new focus. A reputation as armor, not fame, not popularity, not attention, but whispers. People should say he doesn't tolerate that. She left him cold after that one. Comment. You only get one shot with that guy. Enforce boundaries once and let the echo carry. Execute decisions silently, but make sure the results are visible. Withdraw with dignity, not drama. The guillotine mystery is more powerful than the Aoud message. Eventually, your name becomes a boundary. People edit themselves before speaking to you. People filter their behavior around you. People remember the consequence, even if you only delivered it once. And finally, evolve without announcing. The weak post every upgrade. The powerful change like winter does, suddenly and without permission. Machiavelli's most dangerous principle was this: never let them see you coming. So, when you level up, say nothing. Don't share the journey. Don't ask for applause. Let results be the reveal. They should only realize you've changed. When it's too late to match you, you don't show your progress. You become something they no longer understand. And once they stop understanding you, they stop challenging you. You've reshaped your mindset. You've silenced weakness. You've turned your habits into sharp, self-reinforcing systems. Now comes the final phase transmission. Because power, true, sustainable Machiavellian power, is not just internal. It's not just about how you think or even how you act in private. It's about what others feel when you walk in. It's about what your silence says. It's about what your presence forces people to do, even if you never ask. This is the final layer. Embodied dominance. You no longer speak power. You radiate it. Your presence should speak before you do. Before you say a word you've already communicated. If you are serious, if you are someone to test, or if you are someone they want on their side, the weak don't even realize they're broadcasting submission. The powerful design, every signal. Your posture should be straight, shoulders back with movement that is slow, marsh, controlled, and deliberate. Your eye contact should be direct but detached, not needy or aggressive, just unblinking awareness. When you enter a room, you pause, not in hesitation, but in assessment. Your expression is emotionless, not dead, just still with no unnecessary smiling or over-eagerness. Machiavelli said, a prince must appear, strong even when weak, because image controls outcomes. And the moment you're perceived as soft, you lose options. So every day, rehearse not performance, but presence. You are no longer a man. You are a signal. Next, war. Become the resource others compete for. Power is not about being loved. It's about being valuable. But Machiavelli warned to never become too familiar. Never become easy to replace. Never make your presence feel like tap water. The powerful make themselves into a rare resource. Do this by mastering something people rely on but keep full control over access. Be so consistent in your results that your absence causes discomfort. Make others qualify to stay. Close based on their loyalty, usefulness, and discretion. And when you do show up, deliver something unforgettable. The sharpest insight, the solution no one could see. The clarity that cuts through chaos. You must be like a blade, not always visible, but always remembered the moment it's drawn. Handle threats quietly so your power feels untouchable. Machiavelli said, injuries should be inflicted all at once so that their ill savor is less. In practice, this means you never punish emotionally, never retaliate publicly, and never respond loudly. Instead, you observe disrespect quietly. You prepare the cost without announcing it. You deliver your response like a clinical diagnosis, cold, sharp, and irreversible. This could be a connection gone, a gate closed, or a reputation quietly destroyed behind the scenes. The beauty is that the world never sees the knife, only the result. You never argue. You never beg. You remove. And once people notice what happens to those who cross you, they don't just behave better. They warn others for you. Create a personal myth that precedes you. At the end of La Nice, all strategy is this. You must become a story. Machiavelli understood that legend. Controls people longer than truth. A prince's power outlasts his actions if his image is cultivated like a religion. You must now become a myth. Let silence surround your life. Never overshare. Make people wonder how you operate. Let your wins be quiet, but let people feel the aftershock. Don't clarify who you are. Let people guess, and whispers will build what you never had to say. They'll say things like, "He doesn't speak unless it matters. She always knows something others don't. Don't cross him. I saw what happened to the last one who did. I don't know what exactly he's building, but it's going to be big." You don't have to build a brand. You build a presence so sharp that others create it for you. The powerful don't just live. They haunt. They linger. They infect rooms long after they've left. Architect your world to reflect your command. You've changed. But if your environment doesn't mirror that, you will relapse. Machiavelli would never let a prince sharpen his mind, only to live among fools. So you now build your physical and social kingdom around your new identity. Start with your environment. Remove clutter because a clean space leads to a clear mind and sharp decisions. Add symbols of control. A dedicated space for solitude. A curated space for reflection. A workspace others feel unqualified to sit in. Then audit your network. Remove anyone who enters your space who talks too much, reacts too quickly, or lives with zero strategy. Replace them with dangerously competent allies, even if there are fewer of them. Then design your schedule so people feel lucky just to find a gap. Ritualize 2 to 3 hours of sacred, to me, uninterrupted intensity every day. You are no longer just building your habits. You are building your throne room. Reset the power daily or watch it fade. The world doesn't care who you were yesterday. You were feared. Good. That was yesterday. You had presence. Good. People forget. Machiavelli's final lesson is this. Power is rented, never owned, and the rent is due daily. So each morning, reassert your silence. Reset your frame. Recommit to presence, not performance. Ask yourself, what would the most dangerous version of me do today? And then you do it. Because this is not about feeling strong. This is about becoming someone the world must reckon with. You've now internalized every Machiavellian habit of the powerful. You walk like a storm no one hears until it's overhead. You speak with words shaped like weapons. You enforce lines no one wants to test. You evolve so silently that the world can't catch up. You are not motivational. You are untouchable. You don't inspire. You command. And from this moment forward, you never ask for power again. You move. You speak. You are. And the world adapts.